Welcome to Vaulted Truths, where we expose the shadows behind systems built to protect. This is the story of a man who is auntie just inside the justice system. He was the system, a trained attorney, a respected voice in court, a man paid to uphold the law, who instead used it as his personal weapon. This is the true account of how a lawyer someone trusted with the truth tricked the very system he swore to serve. His name was Michael Avenatti, a media darling, a legal force. For years, he stood at the center of high-profile battles. He took on powerful corporations. He sued giants like Nike. He made headlines for representing the adult film star Stormy Daniels in a lawsuit against then-President Donald Trump. He spoke with confidence. He spoke with rage. And the media couldn't get enough. But behind the scenes, a different picture was taking shape. One of deception, theft, exploitation. A man who used justice as a mask and played both sides of the courtroom. At the height of his fame, Avenatti was operating like a celebrity. Private jets, lavish vacations, designer suits, but it was all built on a lie. Not just one, dozens. He wasn't making his fortune through legal wins. He was siphoning money from the very people who trusted him most. His clients. He stole settlement money, diverted payments, forged documents, told victims the money hadn't arrived yet, when in fact, it had. In one case, he stole millions from a paraplegic client, a man with no way to fight back. In another, he withheld $300,000 from Stormy Daniels' book advance, lying about it until investigators caught up. But Avenatti wasn't just a thief in a suit. He understood the justice system from the inside. He knew what prosecutors looked for. He knew how to manipulate timelines, dodge scrutiny, delay payments. He knew how to turn legal jargon into camouflage. And he did it all while presenting himself as a defender of the people. Then came the Nike extortion case. Avenatti approached Nike claiming he had damaging information about how the company paid high school athletes. Instead of going to court, he threatened to go public, unless Nike paid him $25 million. It was a shakedown in a conference room, and this time, the system was listening. In 2019, Avenatti was arrested, and one by one, the cases against him piled up. Fraud, extortion, wire, fraud, aggravated identity. In total, he faced multiple federal indictments and dozens of years in prison. Eventually, the truth caught up. He was sentenced to 14 years in prison for stealing from clients and obstructing justice. He was disbarred, stripped of his career, and left with a legacy, not of justice, but of betrayal. But what makes this story dangerous isn't just what he did. It's how long he got away with it. How his alley charm and media attention distracted the world from the red flags. How the justice system, the very system built to catch liars, didn't notice when one of its own turned rogue. Michael Avenatti didn't break into the courtroom. He walked in through the front door, in a tailored suit with a license to practice. And for years, no one questioned him. This isn't just a story about a bad lawyer, it's a warning. Because when the people who know the law best are the ones bending it behind closed doors, the entire structure begins to crack. At Vaulted Truths, we don't just follow the crimes, we follow the systems that allow them to breathe, unnoticed, unpunished, and sometimes applauded. Because when trust is placed in the wrong hands, justice doesn't just fail, it disappears.